Welcome to CamelbackTrading.org. Using our proprietary Camelback TradingView market profile, let's look at today's price action and dive straight into what is ahead for tomorrow. It was a tough read today, especially on NQ. ES ended the day lowering value with its daily time frame now pointing down, while NQ remains overlapping to lower value but still holding its daily trend up. In both indices, the weekly and monthly timeframes remain firmly up. Because the ES did not hold its trend today and never revisited the open, today's profile printed a classic B shape. This strongly signals that today's downward movement was driven more by longs liquidating rather than aggressive new sellers entering the market. We can say the exact same thing about NQ, with the only difference being that it failed to establish any initial balance extension. Now, let's look at the plan for tomorrow, which is where our focus needs to be. The ES is currently the weaker of the two indices. With the daily finally down, the next major target for the bears is the previous week's low. Taking down this level would put the weekly time frame back to balance, and if the bears want to start taking control in the bigger picture, this is the first thing they will want to accomplish. Before getting there, however, they must clean up the single prints from late May. In order to continue their control, they cannot lose today's value. They must win value again, and by getting acceptance below today's value area low, they can lean on the wide point of control and the afternoon rally high. For the bulls to demonstrate that today was just a temporary release of pressure, they will need to win the day back. They need to get acceptance above today's value area high and target today's high of day. Breaking out of this level will put the daily back to balance. If we happen to open inside today's value, as always, use the wide points of control only if the market-generated information is on the side you go. If it is not, stay put and wait for more information out of the market. Turning our attention to NQ, it remains the stronger index, still holding all three timeframes to the upside. Even though today NQ left excess at the all-time high, sellers must finish their job and take today's low just to place the daily timeframe back to balance. If buyers want to keep total control, they must win value, using the wide point of control as support but ultimately getting acceptance above the value area high. Their targets to the upside should continue to be initial balance extensions, since taking today's all-time high will put them right back into uncharted territory. Sellers can also lean on that wide point of control, but only if they start the day with some kind of advantage in the market-generated information. If we open inside value, the best trade is simply to be patient. Sellers should look to get acceptance below the value area low to then target today's low. Differently from the ES, NQ sellers will need to extend way too much to take out the previous week's low, as it is still far away. So the first step for them is strictly to take today's low to put the daily to balance. One important nuance to keep in mind for NQ is the excess that sellers left at the all-time high. The C period was the last push up near that selling tail. If sellers want to avoid buyers making new all-time highs, that is the exact level they will want to defend to protect that excess. As we head into the next session, remember to watch these areas closely. Keep your focus on how the market reacts at the value boundaries. Let the market profile and the market-generated information guide your setups. Don't start with a bias, let the data guide you. Remember, if you are going to buy an account with Tradeify, use code CB2724 and help us donate to St. Jude's Hospital, 20% this time. Be safe and trade well.